Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. Welcome back to the range. It's late February as I film this video. The days are starting to get longer. Spring is just around the corner. And along with that, the spring gobbler season here in Kentucky. Like many of you, I'm already starting to get that turkey fever. Can't wait to get out in the woods and start chasing those gobblers around. Today's video, I'm down here testing some turkey loads out of my little 410 shotgun. Let's hop over here to the table and I'll show you all what I've got. So these are the turkey loads that I'm going to be testing in today's video. All four of these are from Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. These are all 410 loads. They do offer other gauges. I just chose to test the 410 loads because these are Tungsten Super Shot loads, or TSS they call it. And that's where TSS really shines to me, is in the smaller gauges and bores like the 410 bore. This is their cold turkey line. They sent me 4 different varieties. I've got some number 9 shots, a number 10 shot, a number 9, and number 10 blend. And I've even got some 2.5 inch shot shells here that are number 10 shot. I might not get to test these today, but I'm for sure going to test these other 3. And if I get time, I'll test these as well. So here's a look at the box. You can see Tungsten Super Shot. You got the Salt Creek Custom Ammunition logo. This is their cold turkey line. 410 3-inch 7/8 ounce of number 9 shot in this one at 1080 feet per second. Tungsten Super Shot, of course this stuff is much more dense than lead, steel, or even heavy shot. That's why you can get away with using a smaller shot size. saltcreekammo.com. Premium hand-loaded turkey ammunition. Make them quick, cold turkey. I like that. And on the back, you've got your warning label and hand-loaded in Utah, USA. The number 10s are also 7/8 ounce at 1080 feet per second. And so is the number 9 and number 10 shot blend. Now, by my math, and I could be a little bit off on this, but the number 9 shot should have about 316 or so pellets in 7/8 of an ounce. The number 10 shot should have about 459 pellets in the 7/8 ounce load. And the blend, if they mixed it by weight 50-50, should be somewhere close to 400 pellets in the 9 and 10 shot blend. And the little 2.5 inch shell of number 10s should have somewhere around 271 pellets or so in it. So here's a look at one of the shot shells up close and personal. You can see it's really clean looking, really done a good job loading these. Really nice roll crimp, overshot card there. So these look good, but what we want to know is how they look on the patterning board. Full disclosure, I found out about Salt Creek Ammunition through the Blue Collar Outdoors channel. I'll have a link to their channel in the description of this video. If you're a hunter, I know not all my subscribers or viewers are hunters, but if you are, you might want to check them out. They put out a lot of good information. They do a lot of shotgun patterning tests and gear tests and stuff like that. But I had left a comment on one of their videos. Salt Creek saw my comment and they sent me that ammo to shoot some patterns for my viewers, you guys, and that's all there is to it. This is not a paid promotion or something like that. I'm just going to shoot the ammo at a given distance. You guys can make up your minds whether you like it or not. The shotgun that I'm going to be using is my Mossberg Model 500. It has the extra full turkey choke that came with the shotgun, but I don't know what that exit diameter of this choke is. I'll have to measure it. If I can remember, I'll put it here on the screen somewhere so you guys know the exit diameter of this choke tube and therefore how much constriction we're getting. But that being said, let's shoot some turkey targets. So here's a look at the turkey targets that I like to use. These are Birchwood Casey turkey splatter targets. It's a 12x18 target. It's a life-size turkey target. They call them splatter targets because it'll change color where the pellets hit on the target. Okay, I've got my target set up at 35 yards. That's a limit that I impose on myself when I'm turkey hunting with the 410. I try not to shoot beyond 35 yards. It's just, to me, the 410 is a close range turkey gun. My range has been meticulously marked off by hand. I've actually got anchors in the ground every 5 yards from here to the backstop so that I know exactly how far a target is from where I'm sitting here at the bench. But I've also got the laser rangefinder out here just to double check and to let you guys see that when I tell you that I'm shooting at a certain range, that's the range I'm shooting at. I'm at exactly 35 yards here. So we'll start out with the 7/8 ounce of number 9 in the 3-inch shell and see what this looks like at 35 yards. Let's go down and take a look at that. All right, so I was aiming right for the head. It looks like I'm centered up and down. I might have been to the left just a shade, but the pattern got to where it needed to be. That is certainly a dead time right there. That would be no problem at 35 yards. That's a pretty good looking pattern. Let's step around back. You can see that the core of this pattern is, it looks pretty good. It's pretty even. Now we've got some outliers, of course, here and there. Got some, 1 or 2 pellets way up here, some way down here. But what the important part of the pattern is that 10-inch circle in the middle of the pattern, and that looks pretty good. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with a 7/8 ounce load of number 10 shot out of the 3-inch shell. The shotgun's almost pumping itself when I shoot it. It slides against that rest. So here's a look at that. That is a swarm of pellets on old Mr. Tom there. He went to sleepy on that one. Looks pretty well centered. Not that we should be focused on point of impact. Today we should be focused on pattern density. I can always adjust the point of impact later. I'm probably going to put a little red dot on that shotgun before turkey season. That way I can move the impact to where I want it. But just pointing out that it does seem well centered right now. It looks pretty good. And looking at the back side, get a little better idea without being confused by the turkey target. That is pretty thick. Now, I am not 100% sold on the idea of using number 10 shot even with the TSS, but the pattern sure looks impressive. And as long as you keep the range within about 35 yards or so, I doubt there'll be any issues with it. All right, so now we've got a blend of number 9 and number 10 shot. 7/8 ounce in the 3-inch shell. All right, so here's a look at that. A lot of pellets down that neck bone line. Some in the brain, eyeball. Dead time. Good looking pattern. We caught most of the pattern on that paper target. Do see some holes out here on the sides, but for the most part, most of that pattern was on the paper target. Dead bird. Look at the back. Fairly even. Most of the pockets that you see are on the outsides of the pattern that you're not going to be using anyway when you're turkey hunting. Again, we're not shooting doves here. We're aiming at a small object, and we want that core pattern to be dense, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so I was hoping I'd have time before it got dark to test the 2.5 inch. This is a 3/4 ounce load of number 10 shot, rated at 1,075 feet per second. Let's see what this looks like. So here's a look at that pattern. I may have pulled a shade to the right. It looks like more of the density is to the right of the turkey, but several brain pellets there, one right through the eyeball. No doubt he would be a dead Tom. Now, I would never have considered shooting a turkey with a 2.5 inch 410 shell, but I do have that Henry lever action that is only chambered for the 2.5. I can't shoot 3 inch in that gun, so if you've got something like that, this might be an option for you. Just be very aware of your distance from the turkey. Okay, I'm losing light fast. It's practically dark out here. I've got all the settings cranked up on this little camera to gather as much light as I possibly can, but I need to close this video out. I've drawn a 10-inch circle on each of those patterns that I shot today and counted how many was in that 10-inch circle. But first I want to say, when you're doing something like this, when you're testing your turkey loads, you want to shoot it through a variety of different choke constrictions to get the pattern you're looking for, whether it be the tightest possible pattern or the most even pattern, whatever it is that you're after. I didn't do that today. This was the first time I have shot these loads, and that's the only choke that I have tried them through. So depending on what you're looking for, and you'll probably see a variety of comments. Some people will say they like these patterns. Some people will say they're horrible looking. It all comes down to what you want out of the shotgun. And I have seen 2 models of the same make and model of shotgun with the same choke tube diameter, pattern differently. Every gun's different. You just have to fiddle around with it and find out what works best for your shotgun, giving you the pattern that you're looking for. So this was that 3-inch load, 7/8 ounce load of number 9s. I drawed a 10-inch circle around what looked like the center of the pattern to me, and had 150 pellets in that 10-inch circle, which is about 47% of our payload was in that 10-inch circle at 35 yards. To me, that's pretty good. That's about what I'm looking for. If I can get it a little tighter, I would, but that's not terrible. This is the 3-inch load of number 10s. Now, of course, it's going to have a lot more pellets. I ended up with 209 pellets in the 10-inch circle. Just by sheer volume of pellets, you've got a lot more pellets in that number 10s than you would have in the number 9s. They're a smaller pellet. The trade-off is that it's a smaller pellet. I haven't actually hunted with the number 10s. I have seen the number 9s at work with my own eyes. The 10s I have not. If you guys have experience with the number 10s, number 10 shot TSS stuff in a 410, comment below and let me know about it, because I have never used that in the field myself. The pattern looks pretty good. Pretty good density. Like I say, 209 in the 10-inch circle. Gives us about 45% of our entire payload in that 10-inch circle. This is the number 9 and 10 blend, and as you would think, it's kind of a blend of both patterns. Hits right in the middle as far as pellet count. 176 pellets in a 10-inch circle. That's about 45% of our payload. And that last one is that 2.5 inch. It was the number 10s as well, 3/4 ounce number 10s, and I had 127 pellets. So the least amount of pellets, but of course, smaller payload, a smaller, shorter shot shell. There's a look at it. So that's really all I've got to show you guys today. I guess I should shut this video down before it is completely dark out here. You guys always remember, if someone asks you to give up a little bit of your freedom for the greater good, that freedom is the greater good. And I'll talk at y'all again soon.